subsequently that Chang had trouble making weight, and that he came down with a head cold 2 days before the fight, but decided to go ahead and fight anyway.
This time, he made weight easily.
This time, I think Torres is in for it. Torres has a 3-inch height advantage, 3-inch reach advantage.
And a 6-year disadvantage in age.
And a 6-year disadvantage in age has also been beat twice by this fighter.
And once by Hilario Zapata for the championship. Right. So this is his 4th try for the championship.
And unless he's aggressive and comes out and tries to knock Chang out, I don't see how he's going to beat him in this fight.
In his 50 wins, he's got 42 knockouts. But again,
mostly against taxi drivers and their sisters.
And people who made it in House of Blues and all classes. And what we have here is I look forward to the fact that unless he can break through Chang, he's going to get the Jesus beaten out of him.
Ooh, that was good. We'll be right back with the WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Gwangju Chang, the South Korea, the champion, making his 9th defense of the title against Herman Torres of Mexico. Right after these words from the Kraftweiler Industrial Cartel, makers of all kinds of things from all kinds of stuff. And we're back. Where did we go? Who are these guys, Bert?
I don't know. They either look like people who helped the mash job with Alan Alda. These are graduates of Pusan University. Pusan you, oh, Pusan you. It's their theme song.
A fight song.
Not much of a fight.
Stephen Bass and Burt Randolph Sugar, all 3 of them, at the, where are we? Gwangju. We're at Gwangju Gymnasium in Gwangju, South Korea. Not to be confused with Chungmu Gymnasium in Chungmu, South Korea.
Which is confused enough even as it starts.
Right, we're in Gwangju. And you're looking into the corner, well, we were looking into the corner, of Herman Torres. Herman Torres, not to be confused with Canada Lee, China Ware, Oysters Rockefeller, Onions Oregano.
That's because he spells it Jung. I mean, I keep looking down at my little chart here. It says Jung. What kind of name is that?
At any rate, Herman Torres is making his 3rd attempt to beat Jung Chang.
And his 4th attempt at the title. And I think the WBC will mandate this till he gets it right. After all, he is a Mexican fighter. I can see Jose Sulaiman now. He's already got another rematch for him if he loses tonight.
At any rate, also, this is Jung Chang's, what is this?
This is his 9th defense. And let's recycle Herman Torres. Does the cheerleader from the University of Mexico come out and say with their pom-poms, give me a... What is that?
If she does, you don't want to be sitting in the first row.
It'll be, that's it. I've heard it.
Okay, up to the ring for the introducciones.
How they pronounce
WBC Light Flyweight champion. There is Chang Jung-koo or Jung-koo Chang. 29-1-0, 12 tiny KOs.
As we said at the top of the show, he's known as the Korean Hawk, but as you say,
should be known as the Korean Pitbull. Herman Torres.
58-1, 42 KOs.
Against all sorts of Tijuana taxi drivers and their sisters.
His sisters are in the harder matches, which is why he's number 2 in the WBC odds. Here's the tail of the tape.
Chang 5'2", Torres 5'5", 107.5 to 107. Chang much younger, 23 to 29, and Torres with a 3-inch reach advantage.
Now they're introducing the 3 judges. Mike Jacobs of Great Britain, declaring of the U.S., and Carlos Padilla. of the U.S. and the referee, Tony Torres of the U.S.
Tony is in for a long night.
I see this.
As we said last time, Chang had trouble making the weight, had a cold 2 days before the fight, decided to fight anyway. Tonight, he is 100% and brings his whole bag of dirty tricks with him. Round 1, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Stephen Bass, Burt Randolph Sugar, Gwangju Gymnasium, Gwangju, South Korea. It is the champion, Chang, in the white trunks. Challenger, Torres of Mexico, in the multicolor trunks. Red, white, and green, the colors of Mexico.
Without the eagle eating the snake, I might add.
And out in the middle of the ring. Now, last time, of course, we know that Chang was not in top form or top shape. Torres got off a lot of good jabs and was able to put his combinations behind him.
There goes Chang with his first shot behind the head, and guaranteed it won't be the last shot behind the head.
Also grabbed Torres behind the head right after that and pulled him down.
Do you think these two men, after 24 rounds, know each other? Oh,
I would think that they would know the smell of each other in a dark alley.
I mean, it's like yin and yang. They're just, they're going to be, I think they're going to be buried about 1 foot apart from each other.
We should point out, in their first fight, Chang beat the living bejesus, as Burt said, out of Torres, down twice in the 10th round, barely able to stagger home at the final bell. In their last fight,
it was a listless performance by Chang, and he got the decision on a majority decision. He is now landing from the outside, inside, and upside.
And there's a couple upside Torres' head, a left and a right. Chang not showing no posing in this fight. He's just fighting.
He comes in and out. You'll notice what he does, Steve, is he throws 2 punches and grounds. There's his right lead. In, out, in, out.
And all over. Now they're both inside, both going to the body. Chang with a little punch on the semi-break. Torres with left, right to the body. Chang with a right over the top, another right over the top. No kidding around here, Burt. I guess they don't have to feel each other out after 2 other fights.
No, I think Chang somehow knows what Torres is capable of, and vice versa.
And doesn't seem to be afraid at all. No posing, just punches tonight.
Oh, they want to forearm a nice one by Torres.
As you once said, it seems that Chang is always either under your armpit or behind you or somewhere.
You get the impression he's just going to tap you on the shoulder, and when you turn around, he's going to hit you.
Chang with a wild right that was way short. Torres with lefts and rights that are short. And around number 1. Well, it's a different Chang tonight than the last time.
What I think happens is Chang is taking the fight right to him. Notice he's not even bothering to sit down in his corner.
Well, that's a tactic he's done before, earlier on in his career, where a la George Foreman standing up in the corner between rounds.
George has always said it takes more effort to sit down and get up than it does just to stand there in his corner. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it takes away some of the people talking to him, administering to him, but by the same token, George just thinks it takes more energy.
Well, if you weigh 300 pounds, I suppose it does.
Well, maybe it's because when you get up, it takes you 20 seconds to get off the seat.
Round number 2, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Stephen Bass, Burt Randolph Sugar. Gwangju Gymnasium, Gwangju, South Korea, the champion. Chang of Korea in the white. Oh, they're going right at each other, Burt. Torres of Mexico in the red, white, and green trunks. Challenger from Mexico.
In this case, I think the defense rests. They're just lunging in with punches. More of them by Chang. More to the pinpointed target. but it just seems as if they're not bothering to block. Let me come in and hit you.
Yep, this is all offense, no defense whatsoever.
Well, that was nice. Chang didn't hit him behind the head. Score one for Chang.
Oh, he will. Oh, he will. He will. You can count on that, considering that Torres always ends up behind him. Good, solid action from the opening bell. These two are going right at it. Chang looks determined to prove that the last time out was a fluke.
They have gone from the get-go, which I think is a base right down the road here.
No, that's in Cuba.
Oh, get-go?
Get-go. Let's see if anybody gets that one.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Gitmo, Gitmo.
There goes Chang, pinning him to the ropes, pushing the ropes, bruising him to the ropes.
Now, Torres ties him up and then expends a lot of energy holding him as Chang tries to get out. Oh, good right by Torres, good right, left by Torres. Torres holding him on the ropes, scores with a right, Chang with a right. Chang with a right, left, knocks Torres into the ropes.
This is non-stop action. Tony Perez has to extricate him, but it's really just arms flailing and flying.
Another right by Chang that scores. Now Chang returning the favor of holding him and hitting him.
Right now, it looks like their best defense is a right glove to the left jaw.
This is rough and tumble vintage Jung Chang.
Is anybody interested in blocking a punch, Steve?
Yeah, they're blocking him with their face, their body.
The elbows seem to be a third weapon.
When one comes in, arms flailing, the other one starts flailing away. There's another overhand right and a left. All on the break. Chang wanted to hit him that time, but Perez got there too soon.
It's hard to believe these two men are 107 pounds. Because they look much bigger, to us at least, are throwing this much.
There you go. Went right behind him and just missed that one. Good left by Torres underneath. Torres with a right to the body. Torres with another right to the body. Chang holding him with the left hand, trying to hit him with the right. End of round two, and they're still going at it.
Ball means nothing.
Nada. Well, we're going to have a little disagreement on this one.
Well, I should.
I gave Chang the first round.
I gave Torres the second.
Oh, we agreed. Now, why did you give him the second?
I thought he landed more telling punches.
This is left over from France.
Well, not only that, it's oh, watch this action.
Good right.
There he comes on the ropes. This is why I gave Torres the round. I thought that he basically exerted his will more on Chang than Chang on me.
He has the right on the temple that sent Torres into the ropes.
More off balance than that.
We're in round number 3, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World, and this is a sock Dolager. Stephen Bass, Burt Randolph Sugar, Gwangju Gymnasium, Gwangju, South Korea. The champion making his 9th defense, Jung Chang of Korea, South Korea in the white. Herman Torres, 3rd try at Chang in the red, white, and green. I've got it tied, 1 round apiece. Gave Chang the first, gave Torres the second.
Similarly inclined.
Similarly reclined.
Well, that's the way I want to be, but I don't. It looks like one of these men might be reclined in a minute if they keep this up. Look at Chang.
Right, left, right by Chang. Chang pouring it on here. Chang spins Torres around with a hand on his back. 2 good jabs and a right cross. Torres back with a left, right. These guys came, hate to say it, they came to fight, both of them. Chang more so tonight than last time. Good right, left by Chang underneath before Torres ties him up.
You think that Jose Suleiman is already filling out the cards for a 4th fight if Herman Torres loses this one?
Too early. Only if it's close.
But
Chang
just
lunging in.
That time he really rocked it. Unlike the time that Torres fell of his own accord in the second into the ropes, that was a good punch.
And now Chang wrestles him into the ropes. There's a typical Chang maneuver.
I didn't know you'd get wrestling freedom.
Oh, you do, absolutely. Whenever Chang is fighting, wrestling. Now, this is the vintage Jung Chang we didn't see last time.
We barely saw Jung Chang. That was vintage.
Another right over the top. Chang having success with that right lead. Torres steps in with a left to the body, which should point out also, both of these fighters are arm punchers.
Well, not only that, they don't seem, the body seems to be something they're not even interested in. That was sort of a vagrant punch.
I think Torres with some laces across the face of Chang, giving him back a little.
That was all we were missing. That now makes it a complete.
As you can see, both of these fighters, when they throw punches, they lunge in. Now that one, he actually was planted. All of those he was planted. But generally, that was a push.
Another push. The only thing we haven't seen tonight, Steve, is 15 yards for clipping.
Well, wait around. Wait around. We'll see it in the later rounds when they're both tired and they start falling on each other from behind.
I think Torres should just take his yellow handkerchief out of his pocket and just start dropping it every now and then.
End of round number 3, and now Chang does his posing thing at the end of the round, not during the round. 10-9 Chang. This is what we love and support the scene.
I did not come to agree or disagree with you. I came to broadcast and announce this fight here
And pick up your money.
Well, it's my money. A man with a double hernia can pick it up and I call it.
That's bad because you make more than me. Here's a replay of Chang's action here. Good right, good left. Another overhand right to the temple.
Everyone lands.
Another right.
Everyone.
Good round for Chang. Round number 4, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Stephen Bass, Burt Randolph Sugar, Gwangju Gymnasium, Gwangju, South Korea. The champion, 9th defense, Herman Torres. Jung Chang in the white. From Korea against Herman Torres of Mexico. 3rd try at Chang. Not doing real well in the red, white, and green. I've got it. 2-1 Chang. I gave him a good last round. He had a good round last round.
29-28 translate.
And picking right back up. Right where he left off. He's putting his punches together in good combinations in the last round. Just stepping inside, walking right through Torres, which is the way he did it in the first time they met.
Also, he got tremendous combinations. I mean, it was just 1, 2, 3, 4. It wasn't a one-punch combination of gambit.
As I was pointing out earlier in the last round, that both of these guys are arm punchers. I don't expect a knockout. They're both almost totally off their feet whenever they're throwing punches because they're wailing and lunging in.
And yet, in the first fight, Chang did knock down Torres twice in the 10th round.
Yeah, by then they were both pretty tired and they were flat-footed.
You watch Chang. He comes in, he bobs out. He's total motion at all times. There he goes again.
Gloves down, no defense whatsoever. He doesn't care.
It's not even close to whatsoever.
Well, he knows that Torres can't hurt him. If Torres couldn't knock him out in their last fight when he was ill, he knows he's not going to knock him out tonight when he's 100%. Good right uppercut by Torres. Caught Chang coming in.
That's what he's got to do. He even resorts to going left-handed.
Left-handed, gets a good solid right lead on the snout.
He always looks like he's off balance to Chang.
Chang bobbing, weaving, ducking, constant movement. Something we didn't see in the last fight. Again.
He looks like he took a 4-way cold tap and he's running 3 more ways to catch up with. In, out, bang, side.
Left to the head, the right that misses. Another left to the jaw by Chang. A right to the body and a rabbit punch. Another rabbit punch. 2 more rabbit punches by the time Perez gets there. I wouldn't say that Chang brings a bag of dirty tricks a la Sammy Serrano, but he brings a bag of rough and tumble tricks.
Well, he's not breaking any rules. He's just bending the hell out of them.
This is what they used to say in the olden days, rough and tumble, no holds barred.
Oh, by the way, I think I was either learning some Korean outside Gwangju gymnasium this morning, or they were learning English. I asked some little lady, I said, does the crosstown bus go down the street? She said, doodah, doodah. Was that English or Korean?
End of round number 4, and Chang gives him the pose. Chang is now giving the poses after the bell, as opposed to the previous one he was giving them during the rounds.
3 minutes worth.
Another 10-9er for Jung Chang.
39-37.
More of that great music.
This is a request. 1 minute time. Cut up music.
Well, Chang looks fairly fresh in his corner. Doesn't look tired. Doesn't look under the weather at all.
10 seconds.
We go into round number 5, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Stephen Bass, Burt Sugar, boxing historian, aficionado, writer, editor, publisher, all that good stuff. Gwangju Gymnasium, Gwangju, South Korea. Champion Jung Chang getting a couple of punches on his face right there as he tried to loaf on the ropes for a couple of seconds.
Just in case you're confused, junior flyweight says 108 pounds, albeit they came in 1.5 pounds lighter. It's 108 pounds.
Well, one came in 1 pound lighter, the other came in a half pound lighter.
I think I said that.
No, you said they came in 1.5 pounds lighter.
There was a comma there. There was a comma there.
Total. Can anybody at home see the comma?
There was a comma.
Can the people watching this fight home see the comma?
I didn't know you were anti-Semitic. There was a comma.
I'm anti-Semitic. They take up right where they left off. It is Herman Torres in the red, white, and green trunks, colors of Mexico. And Chang has been battering.
He's busy. He is far busier, Steve.
Busier and batterer. He's been battering Torres since the second round, and he's not letting up here.
Torres had a good first 20 seconds, and then that was it.
I think Chang wants to beat Torres decisively here so he doesn't have to face him ever again. Look, Torres with the uppercut.
But what are we doing in cavalcade of boxing?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to run out of fights if Torres doesn't fight Chang.
Gilberto Roman.
Oh, good. Can we bring him back? Oh, there he goes again, forcing him into the ropes.
Okay, break.
Having his way.
Well, you know it's going to be a long time before you see KSI Galaxy. All those fights go 2 rounds.
Well, this is basically going 2 rounds. The second round was Torres, and every other rounds look like the same round for Chang. There he goes again.
Right, left, right. Chang with another overhand right. Got Torres on the ropes. Chang with another right. Chang with a left. Chang with a right to the head. Chang is intent here. And Torres tries to return the rabbit punch favor. But he's pushed right back into the ropes. Chang going to the body with both hands. Chang with extended action here. Chang on the jaw. Chang now holding him behind the head, hitting him, pushing him back to the ropes, and now laying on him.
No such word as breather in any language in Chang's vocabulary.
No, not when he's 100%, that's for sure.
There he goes, right hand lead from a left hand stance. For which he got the first hit in a long time, so he went back right-handed orthodox.
End of round number 5. Another big round for Jung Chang, at least on my card.
Yes, sir. 3 bags full, or in this case, 4 bags full. First, third, fourth, fifth rounds, and Torres on the side. Score 49-46.
Korean version of the
Here's a split screen look at the two corners.
Round number 6, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Stephen Bass, Burt Randolph, Sugar, Gwangju Gymnasium. Gwangju, South Korea, the champion. Jung Chang of Korea in the white, the challenger for the 3rd time. Herman Torres of Mexico, red, white, and green trunks.
What, Steve, do you have, what you think, or what advice would you give Torres to turn this around?
First of all, he should be using his jab to keep Chang off of him. Everybody, this is a known fact. We've said it 800 times every time somebody fights Chang. And he should be using a right uppercut every time Chang steps in. That's been his most effective punch. In fact, it was Jorge Kano's most effective punch until he got tired and stopped using it.
But he doesn't seem to be really fending him off.
No, for some reason, well, I'll tell you. My guess is that after losing twice to Chang, once getting beat up real bad, the second time, as we thought, winning the title, I think he really believes he has to knock Chang out to win the title, and every punch he throws is what he's trying to do with it.
And yet, he just tried to throw a sort of a desultory uppercut from Somewhereville, which is down the road. He doesn't seem to really be trying to knock him out that.
Well, again, last time he fought him, Chang was pretty much a stationary target. Tonight, Chang is moving like the old Chang. And once again, Torres looks very tentative with his punches. He starts to throw one, he stops. It's like a batter taking a half swing at a fastball he can't see.
And he's facing almost an infestation of mosquitoes coming in, out, around, and they're buzzing him and buzzsawing him to death.
Much like the first fight, unlike the last one. Now Chang taking a breather here.
And Torres not able to take advantage of his taking a breather.
And immediately Chang moves him around, pushes him to the ropes, wrestles him his ring savvy of moving him inside, getting him in a position where he can hit him. Another right left by Chang. Chang with another right left. Chang going left to the body, a little low south of the border, but overhand right.
Chang looks like he trained for this fight with Ricky Dozier in the South Korean wrestler rather than any boxer.
Well, that's the way Chang always fights. This is his typical Chang fight. That's what makes his fights interesting, even though a lot of them are one-sided. He's a fun guy to watch.
I'm getting now the mayor just watching. Little seasickness. Oh, Torres did land. Oh, good left and right and left. And
another right. Another right. Torres leading with that right hand. Chang back on the attack. Chang, when he gets hit now, comes right back punching. And they fight right on through the bell. But I still have to give it to Chang. Something. Well, now we're reaching, we're going to see a replay of some of that action coming up. There's Chang with the overhand right, Torres with the right. Chang with a good exchange of lefts, Torres with the right, Chang with the right. This is at the bell. The bell had already rung at that point.
Somebody's bell had rung.
Well, I didn't see a low blow. We go into round number 7, WBC Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. Stephen Bass, Burt Randolph, Sugar, Gwangju Gymnasium, South Korea, Gwangju, South Korea. The champion, Jung Chang.